and welcome to your midweek update. I am your host, Paul, from KCTK Radio. This is the program where we give you a quick update about what people are talking about this week. We examine the latest trending Google searches for today so you know what everyone is concerned about. Now, I'm not claiming these are the most important things or even that you should know them at all, okay? I'm just here helping you by letting you know what is going on in the world. So, with that said, and we do this every week, on with the countdown.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Dodgers versus Cubs. It looks like the Dodgers are playing the Cubs. The Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, or as a lot of people call it, Los Angeles, and they're originally from Brooklyn, and they are what you call a California baseball team. They are playing the Chicago Cubs. Yes, the old Cubs that used to never win a World Series, but now they did. So now we can't even make fun of the Cubs anymore and feel sorry for them. We have to be jealous of them and realize that they are a good team and our team isn't as good anymore. So they're playing. I don't know if it's even worth your time to know that they're playing, and people are betting on it. Yes, people are betting on sports. I hope you like that theme because I have a feeling it's going to happen some more.
Number 3.
Poland versus Senegal. Poland versus Senegal is number 4. Senegal sneaks past Poland in the World Cup clash. I hope all of you are very familiar with a game we call soccer. Every place else in the world calls football. They take a round ball. They throw it on the grass. You run after it. You use your foot, left or right, and you kick it to a friend, and then hopefully you get into a net. That's what World Cup is all about. And it looks like Senegal. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I think I'm saying it right now. Senegal beat Poland, and boy, are people upset. And I don't know. I was going to try to come up with how many Polish guys can kick a ball, but I think that would be inappropriate in this day and age, and I don't want you mad at me on Twitter, okay? So there, take that. This is the time, after we do 2 real short ones about sports that boring you to tears, you get excited about learning about one of our sponsors. Today, it's finally here. The Chloe's Cat Meow Tour has purred its way back to Max Grove. We've got British Shorthairs, Burmese, kittens, Cornish Rexes, and splendid Egyptian, Japanese Bobtail, Maine Coon cats, and many more. Did I mention our Russian Blues, Persians, Ragdolls, or big Pixie Bobs? You don't want to miss the fine array of felines. Here's your personal invitation to join us at Sadie's Fairground for an all-day event from 8 to 6 on Saturday. The Chloe's Cat Meow Tour at Sadie's Fairgrounds for one day only. Meow! The Chloe's Cat Meow Tour. You never even knew you like cats. And use promo code YourMidweekUpdate at checkout.
Number 3.
Russia versus Egypt. I was getting very excited about this headline because Russia versus Egypt. I figured it had to do something with meddling into the elections. Perhaps the Muslim Brotherhood got involved with a presidential race and worked with Russians to put fake stories on social media and confuse everyone and make them vote in a different way. But that's not the case. It's World Cup fever again. Mo Salah's return isn't enough as Russia hands Egypt a crushing defeat in the World Cup. World Cup is a game they play where they have a big tournament of soccer. That's right, we call it soccer. It's a sport where people put very short pants on, run around, and when they do well, sometimes they rip their t-shirts off. And that's the World Cup.
Number 2.
But enough of that. Let's talk about number 3, Search, and that's Colombia versus Japan. That's right. It's coffee versus sake. No, it's the World Cup again. Yes, it's the World Cup. Colombia versus Japan, final score, recap. One of those won. And by the way, I mean, you don't know about football because you call it soccer. I've mentioned that before. But the U.S. isn't in this, so who do we root for? Now, they got this stupid promotion, and I'm telling you kind of what I think of it, I guess, where you're supposed to go to 23andMe and find out your genetic background to know who you should root for in the World Cup games. See, I don't know. I'm a big, dumb white guy in the middle of the US of A. So I better go to 23andMe, find out where my genes are from, so I know, do I like Colombia or Japan? Am I more Colombian in my genetic background, or am I more Japanese? Because I do like my morning coffee, and I do love drug cartels. But I also love wearing my silk kimono around the house every day, and I love my sandals, which are made of wood. I don't know if that has anything to do with Japan. Oh, I also like My Hero Academy. I don't know if that's it, but it's a Japanese animation that I've been watching because of Drew and Jack. They asked me to. I did it. Anyway, I enjoy that. So which one do I go for? Do I go for Colombia or Japan? I don't know. It is please give me a call at 913-735-0060 and let me know, based on my background, who should I root for, Colombia or Japan? And then all my problems will be solved. Thank you.
And number 1.
And number 1 is the United States versus... No, it's actually not... doesn't have anything to do with World Cup. It has to do with history. Yes, history. Juneteenth. What is Juneteenth? Well, Juneteenth is the holiday that explains the end of slavery. So here's what happened, folks. Okay? Juneteenth is a holiday celebrated usually on June 19th that celebrates the end of slavery in the United States, and it is called Juneteenth because that is when General Gordon Granger came to Galveston, Texas, to inform the community that President Lincoln 2 years earlier had freed the slaves, and to the press to comply with the directive. So why did it take so long to get to Texas? There is no one reason why there was a 2.5-year delay in letting Texas know about the end of slavery in the U.S., according to Juneteenth. The historical site says some accounts placed the delay on a messenger who was murdered on the way to Texas with the news, while others say the news was deliberately withheld. So it wasn't the day of the Emancipation Proclamation. It was the day that the most furthest outskirts of the country finally found out that slavery was illegal, and that was a big deal. And so that happened on Juneteenth, June 19th, and that's a big day in our history that most people don't talk about, but I'm glad to say that it is the number 1 trending search today. So people are trying to figure out, what's Juneteenth? Now you know. Just Google it. Or if you're too lazy to Google, you can always listen to your midweek update, because we will always have the right answers whenever you are confused about what is going on in the world. That has been your World Cup update. I'm sorry. That has been your midweek update. This is Paul saying, until or if we meet again, please be safe.
has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctk.radio12345.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.